Hey guys, how you keeping? It's Coach Gav here from Training for Warriors Kildare. So what I'm going to do is shoot some videos a little earlier in the morning, purely because I'm starting to see that a lot of my clearer thoughts all come in the morning after I meditate. Now it's not traditional meditation, but I call it meditation because it kind of helps center me for the day ahead. And in some cases I just lie down on the floor. I just lie down on the floor, either with my eyes open or my eyes closed. Sometimes with music, sometimes without music. Depends on kind of where I'm at with things, really. It's all a very fluid concept, and I think that's kind of why it's working so far. So one thing I got thinking about is, is knowing whether you're right for something. Now I know a few months back in the old facility we touched on this in a video on the topic of whether to quit or whether to change your goals. But I suppose this is more so kind of how to deal with the slightly more serious thought of maybe you're not right for what you're doing or for where you're at or for where you're going. So first things, yes, that is a thought that crossed my mind, and sometimes it's every second day, or quite recently it's been every day, where there's a moment where a part of my brain or a part of my soul goes, are you sure this is right? Because this isn't exactly going to plan, and it's not even remotely going to plan. But we're still progressing, we're still moving forward, and that's kind of important. So that's a thought that crosses my mind, and it's very easy for thoughts like that to cross your mind, because at the end of the day, certain things will happen where they'll knock you back. We had some strongly not negative, but strongly low rated reviews on Facebook a few months back. We went through a bit of a spell, there was a couple of incidents, and in the moment, the whole situation got to me in a big way. But then when I realised that there was a lesson to be learned from it, I no longer viewed the whole situation as a negative. It was uncomfortable, yes, but it was still a positive. So anyways, the past couple of weeks, I've been thinking to myself whether this is really worth it. And I don't mean it from like a financial bank balance point of view. I mean from the where am I going in life, and also, more importantly, am I the right person to try and do what I'm trying to do? So, and again, people get a little surprised when they hear me say these things, because I am a fairly positive guy. I remember a good friend of mine, when I was speaking to her a good few months back, I was going through some personal stuff, and she goes, I'm surprised. She goes, it must be serious if you're at this point. She goes, because usually you can put a positive spin or take a positive message from anything. She goes, but if you're at this spot, it must be bad. So that's kind of how positive I am. I just like being positive, because there's so much negativity going on out there. Why kind of add fuel to the fire? It's absolutely lashing rain this morning, and the first thing I got up, it wasn't, oh my God, it's raining again. That's a beautiful day. And it is a beautiful day, and it's a beautiful day to sit in front of a fire with your loved ones, or it's a beautiful day to just kind of get out in it and go for a walk, and God, I might even try both of them later on. So, but to get back to the actual topic here is, when you have those thoughts about, is this worth it? Am I the right person for this? I would have you consider that before you just go, yeah, can't do it, not for me, just not going to work. Before you accept that thought, and we have to accept our thoughts. So for the thoughts to become realities, we have to, at some level, consciously or subconsciously, accept those thoughts to be true. So a little side point here. If we don't accept those thoughts to be true, and we challenge them and we question them, and we get to the actual truth, where does the life go from there? Okay, and I would say again, Byron Katie, Loving What Is, go and get it, go and read it, okay? So before you accept that thought, that, no, I can't do this isn't for me, again, I wouldn't recommend that. Maybe let's try looking at it from a different perspective. Let's look at it from a different point of view. Let's, instead of questioning our ability to do something, And this is across any plane or any category in life, okay? This isn't just, running a business, running a gym, being a coach. This is being a parent, being a boyfriend or girlfriend, being a husband or a wife, being a member of society, being a member of a football team, being a member of a sports team. Anything, any aspect of your life, this can kind of, you guys and girls out there doing your exams in your school, okay? So I would have you question that how you are doing something is the hurdle. Not the fact that it's you that's doing it, but it's how you're doing it will need to change. So rather than just going, I can't do this, I'm not right for this isn't for me, go and question whether your method is the right one, okay? So again, does that mean there's an unlimited supply of ways to achieve something? No, there's not. There has to be a certain endpoint where, where your options kind of cease to be options, really. And basically you run out of them, you can't just have endless tries. And in some cases, you shouldn't have endless tries. This coming from someone who's 9 years a coach and close to 4 years kind of self-employed, be it part-time or full-time. I suppose you can't be part-time self-employed, can you? So that's what I would say, folks, because, we're all going to have up and down days then as well. And thankfully, I'm on more of the upside of things than the downside of things lately. And that's because I've been doing stuff. We had another video up. We shot it yesterday. I don't think we've posted it yet as of filming of this one. Hold on, just sorry, the low battery cycle on the screen was annoying me. That must look weird. If you're watching the screen, I just leaned in to touch the screen. It must look about to touch your face. So, because at the end of the day, like I said, the other video we shot, we spoke about how we did things to put ourselves in a position of power, in a position of strength. And again, I would have you consider that we need to do that on a daily basis. That's why I meditate. It puts me in a position of power and strength and stability for the day ahead. Oftentimes, I have to go and do it multiple times a day, where I need to reset and refocus and go again. So, after nearly 7 minutes, right, Gav, what the hell is the actual message here? You've gone all over the shop. So, firstly, the videos are supposed to run like a conversation as if we've gone for a coffee or a tea. Because I think that's what we as human beings are used to listening to. We're used to the natural flow of a conversation, where I say something, you say something, and I say something back to that something you said, which was said to that first thing that I said. And then you say something to the thing that I said, to the thing that you said, to the thing that I first said. I'm not going to keep going like that, but you get the idea. So, you jump around in your videos too much. Guess what? I jump around in conversations too much in life as well. And I think that's why our videos are, hitting home with some people, is because it's, we're not up hammering home, like education style, information. It's information delivered in a conversation manner. And because I think now as humans and as society, we're going to start choosing, what we do and who we do it with a lot more based on personality-wise. Getting your car serviced, you're going to go to a place you'd like to get it serviced. It might cost more than somewhere else, but, that's it really. But to wrap this up before we keep rambling on here, what are the takeaways here? So, kind of the bonus takeaway that we'll address later on is always question your thoughts. Don't accept them to be fact without questioning them. How do you go and do that? Do the work with Byron Katie. It's actually called The Work, okay? The book is Loving What Is. But when you hit rough patches in your day, when you hit rough patches in your life, rather than throwing in the towel, rather than giving up, rather than tapping out, none of which are bad things, by the way, question if how you are doing it is the problem and not the fact that you yourself are trying to do it. Alright folks, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found it helpful. I know a lot of you are probably going to skip the bulk of it and just take the lessons at the end of it. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.